Hello and welcome to phuketpals GED Express screencast with me, Teacher Jimmy. Today's lesson focuses on the three branches of government, which are the holistic of each task. We have legislative branch, executive branch, judicial branch. So as we all know, the legislative branch also have their own privileges, executive branch have their own privileges as well, and the last but not the least, the judicial branch have their own privileges. So these are called checks and balances. So all of these three branches of government have the same powers itself. Now I'm going to tackle about the three branches of government. So the three branches of government were made to maintain, keep order in the United States of America. Legislative, executive, judicial, and all with three different purposes. Social studies, three branches of government. Can you name it? Okay, what's number one? Correct. Executive branch. What's number two? Judicial. Correct. And what's number three? Legislative. Correct. Perfect. So now you identify already the three branches of government which uphold the governance of the United States of America. So we have here the Constitution. We have legislative, executive, and judicial. From the legislative, we have the Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. So as we all know that in legislative, they have the congressman and congresswoman. So what is the task of legislative branch? The responsibilities or the job of legislative is to make laws, specifically. So as we all know that in the Congress, there are 100 senators in line. And as we all know also that in the House of Representatives, there are 435 members. Now let's go to executive branch. So what is the task and the responsibility of the executive branch? Of course. So the executive's responsibilities is to carry laws. So they will be the one to carry the laws itself. For example, the president, the vice president, and the cabinet members. So how many presidents do we have? So in the United States of America, they have president is one, vice president is one, and there are 15 cabinet members. What are those responsibilities being a president of the United States of America? He or she's going to carry laws, sign the veto, the chief of commander, and the leader of the United States of America, and so on and so forth. Now let's go to judicial. The judicial are in the Supreme Court. So the highest court in the United States of America is the Supreme Court. So we have 9 justices. So these 9 justices, their responsibilities are they're going to examine, to interpret before they're going to sign the documents or the project or the proposal itself. So the responsibility are taking care of all of those decision making. So before they're going to decide, they have to study, they have to research, they have to have an evidence, they have to have examined everything. So they have to rely also in the Constitution, which are the 27 amendments. So they have to follow. They cannot be above in the law. So they have to be below in the law, even though that they are judicial or the 9 justices rather. So this legislative, executive, judicial cannot be above the law itself. Let's tackle about the legislative branch. The legislative branch, part of the United States of America, this government responsibilities are the following. They're making laws. Inside of the branch, of this branch rather, there are the House of Representatives and the Senate, which together from the United States of the Congress. So as we all know that running as a senator can be a woman or a man. So in terms of congressman and congresswoman, those are Congress or Senate itself, 100 Senate, they will be the one to make or decide to make a laws by giving also the proposal to the judicial and then pass it on to the president itself. Now they are going to have also the power to enact legislations rather, and they will be the one to declare the war, to make money, and the right to reject many presidents or presidential appointments. So for example, if they don't disagree with this kind of meeting or presidential appointments, so actually they can reject it through this House of Representatives, through this Senates, which are senators have a 100 senators, and then we have also representatives. We have 435 members. So this kind of very tough job for them, because legislative also have a privileges and have a power also to the govern and to implement such thing. Let's study about executive. So what do you think about the executive? So I explained to you a while ago already that it's composed of the president, the vice president, and also the cabinet members. So the president also, it's very important that the president has to have a very great qualification. So what are those qualifications as a president or running to be a president in the United States of America? That she and he have this kind of possession. So number one, we have as a citizen, he has to be at least 15 years in the United States of America, naturally born. And also he has a good or she has good moral character. And also, he's going to elect at least two terms for 4 years. And has to register also in the United States of America. What's the job? The job are the following. He also or she also acts the head of the state. He or she is the commander in the ship of armed forces of the United States of America. He or she is the president that responsible implementing and enforcing the laws written by the Congress. So when you say Congress, it's another term also for Senate or senators. The president has the power either to sign the legislations into law or to veto. So the responsibility also, he or she has an authority to sign the veto or to the proposal of the Congress or the Senate itself. So as we all know that it's not easy to become a president of the United States of America, because they both of them together, the executive, legislative, and judicial, has to have the same plan, has to have the same ability and balance, which are called checks and balances, that they agree with this kind of proposal itself. Next, last but not the least, is Judicial Branch. So we're going to explain also what are those responsibility of the Judicial Branch. As you know, guys, that I already explained to you a while ago that there are 9 justices in the United States of America, which is specifically Judicial Branch. So we do all know that the High Supreme Court in the United States is Supreme Court. So coming from the laws or lawyers and so on and so forth. So judicial branch are appointed by the president. So that's the job of the president of the United States of America. He or she can appoint a judicial or those justices, 9 justices, to be sitting on the judicial court, and confirmed by the Senate as well. So not only that the president is going to appoint, but also has to ask permission to the Congress or to the Senate itself. in order for them to confirm rather. And after that, when it's confirmed already and agreed, then the 9 justices in the Supreme Court can do or her or his job already as a lawyer, as a justices. The judicial branch includes criminal and civil courts. It helps interpret the United States Constitution. The most important part of the judicial branch is the Supreme Court. So it said already a while ago, it's understandable that the very important branch in the Supreme Court, and judicial rather, is the Supreme Court. Without this, it won't work, the law or the Constitution in the United States of America. That's why all of these branches, 3 branches of government, are very significant. The Supreme Court's rules is to interpret the Constitution and limit the powers of the other branches of the government. So in other words, there are checks and balances. So I am going to explain or enlighten you guys about what is the checks and balances. All of these responsibilities of the judicial, legislative, and executive have the same powers. That's why nobody can be above the law. Nobody can be on the top because they have the same powers. They have equilibrium. Okay, the holistic of these 3 branches of government have the same to each state governance of each branches. So that means all of these 3 branches of government have privileges and have the same powers. So we're going to have an exercise. So let's try if you guys can answer this. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. We have question number 1 and question number 2. Question number 1: what is the legislative part of the government responsible for? A, enforcing the laws. B, make laws. C, organizing of the U.S. government. D, create jobs. Okay, what is your answer? Again, the question is, what is the legislative part of the government responsible for? A, enforcing laws. B, make laws. C, organization of the U.S. government rather. D, create jobs. The correct answer is make laws. Very good. What's the letter? Letter B. Correct. Next question. What is the most important part of the judicial branch? Again, what is the most important part of the judicial branch? A, House of Representatives. B, Congress. C, Supreme Court. D, Vice President. I'll give you 5 seconds to answer. Okay, correct. The correct answer is letter C, the Supreme Court. Okay, I've told you already a while ago that the highest court in the United States of America is the Supreme Court. The answer is letter C, Supreme Court. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Since you're here already, you might as well subscribe to our channel. Connect with us at www.phuketpals.org or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/phuketpals. If you have questions regarding our organization, contact us through line or give us a call at 081-417-0978. That would be all today. See you in my next screencast, and thank you very much for watching. I hope that this really helps to you guys. Bye!